welcome back to another episode of Scott's Quick Cash Class, where every day we're bringing you 5-minute episodes to help fix your budget, to help you save more, and to help you invest more. Today we're going to talk about budgeting like you're broke, right? So I know it always feels like we're broke. I know when I get my paycheck, not all the time, but sometimes I'm just like, man, where did all the money go, right? And then I see the Amazon packages show up, and then I know where the money went. But I make jokes about that. But for real though, you know, we get our paycheck and it just seems like it's gone, right? We're like, how many more days till payday? And you look and you're like, holy crap, we still have another 11 days, 10 days, a whole nother week till you get paid. Your car's on E, barely anything in the refrigerator. You got bills coming up. How are we gonna fix this, right? So a lot of really wealthy people, believe it or not, actually have budgets, you know? And they have a mindset of scarcity and being broke when it comes to money. And what that actually does is it changes their mindset to actually help them save more and invest more, because they look at everything, and it took me a while to have this type of mindset, but I want my money to invest and do the things that I want to do with it, right? And all these other things out there are just noise. Your house payment, your apartment payment, rent, your car payment, the cell phone, all that stuff is just noise, right? It just gets in the way of what we actually want to do with our money. But if we actually pretend to be broke, and I know some of us out there really feel like we're broke, but we can even be more broke. If we feel like we're broke, that changes our mindset to where we start looking for different opportunities. We start looking for different ways to save money. We look for different ways to invest the money that we are saving because we're broke. And it creates a different structure for you, right? So what if you got a 30% pay cut today? What's the first couple things that you would immediately get rid of, right? And I'm sure we all had one thing come to mind that we would get rid of. Why aren't we getting rid of that? Right? I know you already have, you didn't get a 30% pay cut, but if you had something come to your mind right like that, why aren't we getting rid of it? And being frugal isn't bad. It gives you options. So Warren Buffett is probably one of the most frugal people that I've ever heard of. You know, the guy's worth almost $100 billion, lives in the same house that he bought many moons ago, drives a 4 or 5-year-old Cadillac. He could have chauffeurs, the whole 9 yards, but he lives broke because he knows he doesn't need that other things. He also knows he can go and buy it whenever he wants, right? But he has a different mindset because he wants to use his money to invest and grow, not spend on things that really at the end of the day don't mean anything, and they don't mean anything to him, right? So there's a lot of people that do that, and it helps you focus on really what's important when you get rid of all the noise. So when you actually pretend like you're broke and try to save money that way, you'll actually end up saving 32% more than if you didn't do that at all. So here's what I want to challenge you guys for. I want to challenge you guys to only spend $25 for the next 7 days and see how that changes your mindset when you go to make a purchase, whether that's a Starbucks or that's something else. How does that change your mindset of, I only have $25 to spend in the next 7 days? And tell me how good you did with the challenge. Leave a comment in the notes. I'd really be interested to hear how well you did. And you know what? Even if you spend $40 or $50, if that's better than your previous 7 days of spending $100 or $150, you're making progress, and that's a win, and that's what we want to see. So I got a question for you. Question of the day. If your bank account had to testify about what you're spending it on, what would it say? You know, and that's really scary because I'm thinking about my bank account and what it would say. There's probably a lot of golf in there. There's probably a lot of hunting in there. But definitely probably some things that I need to maybe tighten up and look at. And then tip of the day. Here's my tip of the day. And this is an action item, so I need you guys to pay attention. I want you to download the Acorns app. I want you to hook up your bank account to it. And I want you to put a $10 every 2 weeks automatic withdrawal from your account. If you've never done this before, you're going to need your routing number and your bank account number for your checking account. You'll need 2 of those to do that. But for those of you that have done it, go ahead and do that. And every 2 weeks, it's going to automatically take out $10, and then you're going to start your own little stockpile in Acorns. And I personally do this myself. I also do roundups, change roundups when I swipe my debit card. That's something you can do too as well. But I guarantee you, in a few months, when you actually see that money starting to grow and accumulate, and then you actually see interest on it from the money growing, you're going to be thanking me. And then it's going to get you even more excited to do more, right? So hopefully you picked up a few things that you like. Remember, every day I'm bringing you 5-minute quick videos to help you out with your finances. Leave a question, leave a comment, give us a like if you feel like we earned it. Subscribe, because like I said, every day I'm bringing you stuff, and never going to ask you to buy anything, never going to try to sell you anything. I'm just here to help. Thanks again for listening. Till next time.